Showing goodwill, wanting to help, and being supportive of a relationship partner as they work through their issues and through their journey of becoming a better human being plays a very important role in setting the tone of a relationship and in influencing how someone feels about you. Many studies have shown that when a partner is reliably and non-interferingly supportive, one is motivated to want to change and to be a better partner. But how do you provide support and show sincere goodwill when someone won't take responsibility for their actions, let alone admit that they need to change for the relationship to work? In my video of the 7 warning signs that should make you very worried about your chances of getting back together with a fearful avoidant, refusing to take responsibility and to work on their issues was the number 2 reason attempts to get back together fail. If you haven't watched the video with the 7 warning signs, I encourage you to watch it. It will help you fully understand why your fearful avoidant, refusing to take responsibility and work on their issues, affects your chances of getting back together. If you were together in a relationship, it would be easy to tell someone, if you don't change, I'm breaking up with you. But the breakup has already happened. So an ultimatum like that doesn't work. If you tell an ex that they need to change in order for you to get back together, it is going to be seen as criticism or judgment, even if you disguise it as being supportive or showing them that you love them. And if you're dealing with a fearful avoidant or a dismissive avoidant, they're going to resist anything that requires them to connect with their deepest emotions. And as much as you may want to help your ex change their attachment style, it is not possible to directly change somebody else's attachment style. When working with fearful avoidants trying to change their attachment style, or working with clients trying to track back a fearful avoidant, I've found that increasing their emotional self-awareness works a lot better than trying to tell them to change. Understanding your own attachment style probably changed the way you look at yourself and the way you look at relationships forever. It also changed the way you see your ex, since you can now see how both of your attachment styles played out and contributed to many of the problems in the relationship. Being able to talk to your ex about what you have learned makes it so much easier to work through your issues and to get back together much faster. The question you're probably asking yourself at this point is, how do I go about increasing my ex's emotional self-awareness? And I'll answer that question for you. Number 1, encourage openness. My approach to attracting back your ex is always being open and honest and respecting your ex enough to let them make their own decision. You feel a lot safer and more secure when you get back together, knowing that your ex wanted to come back on their own and that you did not manipulate them or trick them to getting back together. I encourage my clients, if they want to talk about attachment styles with their ex, to lead by example. Instead of talking about your ex's attachment style, talk about your own struggles, your newfound insight, the changes that you're making, and how those changes are impacting your overall well-being. Sharing your own personal journey of changing your own attachment style inspires your ex to want to make those changes as well, especially if they can see that the changes are making you much happier and a much better partner. But how do you even start talking about attachment styles with your ex? Ask them if they know about attachment styles. It is okay for you to ask your ex if they know about attachment styles, but it should be done as something you bring up when the lines of communication are open. A simple text, "Do you know about attachment styles?" is all you need to start the conversation. If they say no, "Why are you asking?" Tell them how you came across it and why you're asking. For example, my coach or my therapist told me about it and I wish I had known about it much sooner. Or you can say, I am on the journey of learning about myself and came across an article about attachment styles. I took a test and found out that I'm anxiously preoccupied. I'm interested in what you think about it. I'll send you the link and we can talk about this sometime. It is best to have the conversation in person or by phone, but if that's not possible, texting is just as good. Don't send your ex links before you even know that they're interested in talking about attachment styles. They might become suspicious and shut down the conversation. And don't send links on what you think your ex's attachment style is. Instead, send links about attachment styles in general, and if you're confident enough, send a link about your own attachment style with your insights about it. If your ex says they already know about attachment styles, ask them if you can ask questions that will help you understand your own attachment style. This opens up the opportunity to talk about the activating and deactivating behaviors in your relationship. You may find that your ex, being a fearful avoidant, doesn't want to talk about their own attachment style, but they're open to talking about attachment styles in general. Go along with what they're comfortable with. Don't push. Number 2, show empathy and be supportive. With an avoidant, expect some level of resistance to new ideas or information that involves emotions. Avoidants in general minimize the emotional experiences and even devalue the importance of therapy or counseling because it means facing their deepest emotions, opening up to someone else about their insecurities, and relying on someone else for help. Expect to hear, "I don't think I am an avoidant. It doesn't describe me. I don't believe in theories. I had a great childhood. Everyone is kind of an avoidant," or "this is what avoidance really means." And they go ahead and tell you what their own version of avoidance is, which is really more avoidance or justification of avoidant behavior. Don't be put off by this. This is an avoidant minimizing and dismissing the experience to avoid dealing with their fear of emotions. Don't argue with them. You're not trying to fix your ex. You are trying to understand them and increase their emotional self-awareness. So be open to hearing their thoughts and feelings whichever way they are expressed. As mentioned in previous videos, avoidants tend to focus too much on the negative, talking about the positive aspects of attachment avoidance, such as wanting to be sure before taking action or being self-reliant. We balance out the negative. Seeing that you're not judging them or trying to fix them can go a long way in building trust and a sense of safety. Fearful avoidants are more likely to want to learn more about their own attachment style, talk to you about their own efforts to become more secure, and accept your support when they feel that this is something they want for themselves and not something that you want them to do. This also increases the likelihood that they will seek professional help if they think they need it. Number 3, every now and then, use humor. Avoidants in general fear being overwhelmed by their emotions, especially once they open the floodgate. Humor is a way to emotionally connect and playfully help an avoidant feel good about opening up about their emotions. For example, you can remind them about something that they said or something that they did when they are not afraid to let loose and be emotional or playful. If used appropriately, humor can help a fearful avoidant feel more of their humanity and realize that they don't have to be perfect to be loved. And trying to make a relationship work doesn't have to be a power play. It's teamwork. The most important thing you can take from this video is that people can change their attachment style over time. And while you can't change your ex's attachment style, you can help create a secure space for them to explore and work on changing their own attachment style. In my next video, I'll be talking about why avoidants tend to want you more if they think they're losing you, why you shouldn't fall for their attempts to push you away, and what you can do to counter this with being the safety and security that they really need and successfully get back together. And this is where I say, remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Get notification for the next video.